at stage 7, new work, paragraph page 676. Last word was wonder. Okay, so let's start from where we ended. Okay, so repeat wonder,
wonder,
wonderful,
wonderful,
so many,
so many,
pyramid.
pyramid,
Very good. Okay, listen. The word pyramid is a noun. For example, the Pyramid of Egypt. Wonder can either be a verb or a noun. As a verb, wonder means to think about something with curiosity. For example, I sometimes wonder what will happen to me in the future. Wonder as a noun means something or someone that is very surprising, beautiful, and amazing. For example, the pyramids is one of the seven wonders of the world. Wonderful is an adjective. It means something which is extremely good. For example, the most wonderful thing that has ever happened to me in my life was when I traveled for a whole year. Hmm, let's practice. Do you ever wonder what will happen to you in the future? Do you ever wonder what will happen to you in the future? Yes or no?
yes,
I sometimes wonder
I sometimes
what
wonder
will happen to me
what will happen to
in the
me
future.
in the future.
Very good. What do you suppose will happen to you in the future? What do you suppose will happen to you in the future? I suppose that
I suppose that, I
I'll be a
suppose that
millionaire
I'll be a
in the
millionaire
future.
in the future.
Yeah, why not? Right? Like, have you ever wondered why some people are rich whilst others are poor? Have you ever wondered why some people are rich whilst others are poor? Yes or no? I
Yes,
sometimes wondered
I sometimes wondered
why some people
why some
are
people
rich
are rich
whilst others
whilst
are
others
poor.
are poor.
Very good. Okay, next, listen. We often use the verb wonder to make polite requests. For example, we can say, I wonder if you could wait a moment while I make a quick phone call. Or, I was wondering if I could speak with the manager, please. Okay, so let's practice. Give me an example of the verb wonder used to make a request. Give me an example of the verb wonder used to make a request, please. I wonder
I
if
wonder
you could wait
if you could wait
a moment while
a
I
moment
make
while I
a
make
quick phone call.
a quick phone call.
I was wondering
I was
if
wondering
I could speak
if I could speak
with the manager, please.
with the manager, please.
Very good. Why are children more often filled with wonder than adults? Why are children more often filled with wonder than adults? I think the reason
I think the reason
children are more
children are more
often filled
often
with
filled
wonder than
with wonder
adults
than adults
is that so many things
if that so many
are
things
new to them.
are new to them.
Very good. Name me one of the seven wonders of the world. Name me one of the seven wonders of the world. The pyramids
The
is
pyramids
one
is one
of the seven wonders
of the seven
of the
wonders
world.
of the world.
Very good. What's the most wonderful thing that has ever happened to you in your life? What's the most wonderful thing that has ever happened to you in your life? The most
The most
wonderful thing
wonderful
that's
things
ever happened to me
that ever happened to
in
me
my life was
in my life was uh,
what?
was mm, born my son.
One more. The most wonderful thing
The most wonderful things
that ever happened to me
that ever happened to me
in my life was
in my life was
when my son was born.
when my son was born.
Okay, next. What kind of word do you imagine you'd get fed up of?
sorry,
Okay, hold on.
Mike.
Oh, sure. Okay, here
Mike.
we go.
Yeah.
Okay, repeat.
Okay.
Fed up.
Fed up.
Very good. Okay, listen. When we say that we are fed up, we mean we are bored and tired, usually because something has continued for too long. For example, I imagine I get fed up very quickly if I work in a factory. Hmm, let's practice. What kind of work do you imagine you'd get fed up with very quickly? What kind of work do you imagine you'd get fed up with very quickly? I imagine
I
I'd
imagine
get up. I'm sorry.
I
I'd get fed up
I I'd get fed up
very quickly
very
if
quickly
I work as
if I work as
uh
factory
factory worker.
factory worker.
Very good. Give me an example or give me another example of the idiom fed up. Give me another example of the idiom fed up, please. I'm fed up
I'm fed
with
up
hearing politicians
with hearing politician
lie to the media
lie to the media
all the time.
all the time.
Very
So,
good. Next repeat. So would I.
so would I.
Neither can he.
Neither can be
Can he.
can he.
Nor should
Neither can
they.
he. Nor should they.
Very good. Okay, listen. We put the word so, neither, or nor at the beginning of a sentence when someone makes a statement and we want to reply that the same situation is true for us or somebody else. For example, if someone says to you, I would like some coffee, and you would also like some coffee, as a short reply, you can say, so would I.
So would I. はい。
In a negative sentence, if someone says to you, I couldn't sleep last night, and you couldn't sleep either, you can reply, neither can I, or nor could I, or nor can I. There is no difference between the words neither or nor. We make this kind of short reply by using the word so, neither, or nor, and by putting the auxiliary verb before the subject. For example, we say so can I, and no, so I can.
So I can.
We can also use the verb have and be. For example, he is keen to jazz, so am I. He haven't got a car, nor have I. If there is no auxiliary verb, we use do in the short reply. For example, Alex lives in a house with an indoor pool. So do we.
So
Okay,
do
let's
we.
practice.
はい。
When do we put the word so, neither or nor at the beginning of a sentence? When do we put the word so, neither or nor at the beginning of a sentence? We put the word
We put the word
so, neither
so,
or nor
neither, or
at the
nor
beginning
at the
of a
beginning
sentence
of a
when
sentence
someone makes
when someone
a
makes
statement
a
and we
statement
want to reply
and we want to
that the
reply
same situations
that the same
is
situations
true for us
is true for us
or somebody else.
or somebody else.
Right? If someone tells you that they would like some coffee and you would also like some coffee, what can you reply? If someone tells you that they would like some coffee and you would like some coffee, what can you reply? If someone tells
If
me
someone tells
they
me
would like some coffee
they they would like some coffee
and I would also like
and I would also like
some coffee,
some
I
coffee,
can reply,
I can
so
reply,
would I.
so would I.
Very good. If someone tells you that they couldn't sleep last night and you couldn't sleep either, what can you reply? If someone tells you that they couldn't sleep last night and you couldn't sleep either, what can you reply? If someone tells me
If if someone tells me
that they couldn't sleep
that they couldn't sleep
last night
last
and I
night
couldn't sleep
and I couldn't sleep,
either, I can reply.
either I can
Neither
reply,
could I
neither could
or
I,
nor could I.
nor could I.
Very good. How do we make this kind of short reply? How do we make this kind of short reply? We make This
we make
kind of
this
short
kind
reply
of short
by
reply
using the words
by using the
so,
words
neither,
so,
or
neither,
nor,
or nor,
and by putting
and by putting
the auxiliary verb
the auxiliary verb
before the subject.
before the subject.
If there is no auxiliary verb, which verb do we use? If there is no auxiliary verb, which verb do we use? If there is no
If there is no
auxiliary verb,
auxiliary verb,
we use do
we use do
in the short reply.
in the short reply.
Give me an example. Give me an example, please. Alex lives
Alex
in a
lives
house
in a
with
house
an indoor pool.
with an indoor pool.
So do we.
So do we.
Very good. Okay, now reply to the following statement that I will make, imagining that the same situation is true for you. Okay, there we go. I can speak English. I can speak
I,
English. So can I.
so can I.
I won't go there. I won't go there. Neither will I.
Neither will I.
I am keen on jazz. I am keen on jazz. So am I.
So am I.
I haven't got a car. I haven't got a car. Neither have I.
Neither have I.
My mother lives a long way from here. My mother lives a long way from here. So does mine.
So does mine.
My best friend doesn't drink alcohol. My best friend doesn't drink alcohol. Nor does mine.
Nor does mine.
Very good. Okay, next, listen. This structure is not only used as a short reply to a statement. For example, we can say, I can speak French and so can my mother. This means the same as I can speak French and my mother can speak French too. Okay, let's practice.
Uh-huh.
What do I mean if I say I can speak French and so can my mother? What do I mean if I say I can speak French and so can my mother? If you say
If you
I
say,
can speak French
I can speak
and
French,
so can my mother,
and so can my mother,
you mean that
you mean that
you can speak French
you can speak
and
French,
your mother
and your
can
mother
speak French too.
can speak French too.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of Newark. Let's move on to reading.
Reading. はい。
Okay,
OK。
so please get your book and open to stage 7, page 650. Lesson 107, page 655.
107?
Lesson 107, page 655.
655.
Mm-hmm.
OK, 655. At last,
Very,
lastly,
very good.
ages, tear back.
It's
えー、
it's tea bag. Yeah, tea
OK,
bag.
tear back,
Mm-hmm.
tear back. はい。What do we use the
One
expression?
more. When do we use?
あれ
When?
はい。When do we use the
Well,
expression
the
at
expression.
of the expression at last?
Mhm.
We use the expression
At
at
last.
last at when we feel that we have been waiting for a long time for something to happen and then it happens.
Mhm.
Give me an example, please. Aha, lat, ah, sorry. Aha, at,
At
at,
last.
at last. Our
Taxis.
taxi is here.
Mhm.
I ordered it ages ago.
Ages ago, like for a long time already.
Uh-huh. Okay, next. When do we use the word lastly? We use the word lastly to say the last thing in a list. Give me an example, please. We need to paint this office,
Mhm.
get everyone better desks. And lastly, buy some new computers.
Very good.
Which word can we use instead of at last or lastly? We can use the word finally instead of at last or lastly.
Mhm.
Give me an example of the word finally, please. Finally, here's the bus. Hmm?
Very
Here's
good.
the
Here's
bus.
the bus. Like, finally, here's the bus. So the bus
Okay.
arrived. Next, she finished.
Ah, she finished her work, turned off the computer, put on her jacket, and finally left the
Mhm.
office. Claim,
Very good.
claim,
Claim,
eh,
lawyer,
claim lawyer damages.
property.
Last property office,
Mhm.
take someone to court.
Mhm.
If I claimed to be a millionaire, would you believe me? No, if you claimed to be a millionaire, I wouldn't.
Ang kulit mo.
Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you brave? Hmm?
I wouldn't
Wouldn't you
believe
brave
you.
me?
No more. No,
Why?
if you claim
No, if you claimed
to
to
be,
be a millionaire,
I wouldn't
I wouldn't
believe you.
believe you.
Why not? Why not?
Why not? Why not?
Because
Because you, hmm? you,
you wouldn't be teaching here
ah, you wouldn't be teaching here
now.
now.
Very good. Next,
けはい、OK。if someone hit your car and it was definitely their
fault.
fault, could you claim damages against them? Yes, if someone hit my car and it was definitely their fault.
Fault.
あれ their fault. their fault.
Uh-huh.
I could, I could claim damages against them. If they rejected your claim, what would you do? If they rejected my claim, I'd take them to court.
Very good.
If a relation of yours died and left you some land or other property, where would you have to go in order to claim it
Mm-hmm.
legally?
Mm-hmm.
If a relation of mine died and
Left me
left me some
land
land
or.
or other property,
Mm-hmm.
I'd have to go to a lawyer's office in order to claim it legally.
Very good.
Mm. Where must you go to claim something that you've left on the train? I must go to the last
Lost property.
lost property office to claim
To claim
left
something
claim something
that I've
that
left.
I've left on the train.
Very good.
Entire. Have you ever spent an entire day without speaking to another human? Have you ever spent entire? No,
Mm-hmm.
I've never spent an entire day without speaking to another human.
Mm-hmm.
A use. Do older people often talk about what life was like in their youth? Yes, older people often talk about what life was like in their youth.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the youth of today are better educated than the youth of 100 years ago? Yes, I think the youth of today are better educated than the youth of 100 years ago. What sort, hmm? what sort, hmm?
What sort of
so,
work
what sort of work can
I
a
used
youth
to?
do better than an old man? A youth can do physical work better than an old man.
Mhm.
Main course.
Main clause.
Main clause, dependent clause. What's the difference between a main clause and a dependent clause? The difference between a main clause and a differ,
Dependent clause.
dependent dependent clause is that the main clause contains the main message of a sentence, whereas a dependent clause contains other information. Which is the main clause in this sentence? I feel tired if I don't sleep enough. I feel tired is the main clause in that sentence. And which is the dependent clause? If I don't sleep enough is the dependent clause.
Mhm.
Give me a sentence containing two clauses
Clauses.
that clauses
Mhm.
clauses that starts with a
Con.
conjunction,
Very
please.
good.
When all the music
Musicians.
musicians when all the musicians are ready,
Uh-huh.
the the band will start to play.
Very good.
If if you find the
Cupboard.
cupboard, ah, if you find the cupboard locked, just ask me for the key.
Very good.
Which conjunctions cannot start a sentence like this? The conjunctions and or and but cannot start a sentence like this.
Hmm.
Discard.
Now, descend.
Dis, descend. Huh? Descend. Descent.
Very good.
From this from this floor of the building, do we have to descend to go outside? Yes, from this floor of the building, we have to descend to go outside.
Very good.
What's the noun of the verb descend? The noun of the verb descend is descent. Give up. Which do you think most people would find the hardest to give up? Watching TV, eating sweet food, or driving? I think most people would find the hardest
I
to
would find eating sweets, eating
hmm,
sweet food. No more. I
would
think
find eat
most people.
okay. I think most people would find eating sweet food
Uh-huh.
the hardest to give up.
Very good.
Uh-huh. Holy Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Jerusalem. Is Jerusalem a holy place for more than one
Religion.
re- religion?
Hmm.
Yes, Jerusalem is a holy place for more than one religion. Confuse.
Confess.
confess,
Mhm.
confess. If you are not able to do something, do you think, oh, no, no time?
Okay, so we
Okay.
stop there for today, but very good. Very good
Okay.
reading, very good dictation, and very good practice for today, CG. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you
Yeah.
again next lesson.
Yeah. See you. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye bye.